Are you looking to rent a property in Merida, Yucatan or the Yucatecan Coast? Then you are in the right place. Welcome to your Mayan Realtor YouTube channel. Hey community, welcome once again. Remember, my name is Jesus Gastelum, but everyone calls me Chuy. I'm the broker owner of Home and Investment, and we have a really cool agency to help you find the right place to buy or rent. Follow in all our different channels. You'll find much more content in the Spanish one, to be honest, but you will find our link of the MLS that we have here in the description, so you can find all the listing that we have to offer you. Anyway, in this episode, you wonder, I don't want to buy, Chuy. First, I want to get, a full picture about what is going on in Mérida or in the Yucatecan Coast, rent a couple of months or years, and maybe later on, we can see if buying is for us. And that's fine with me. I will be able to help you, for instance, to find a potential rent with some of my agents. And if that is not the case, don't worry about it. We can always refer you with a really cool certified agency just like we are. Remember that we are part of the Mexican Association of Realtors, and we are members of the NAR as well in the US. Here's my membership card. Anyway, so you want to rent a property, that's fine. I know that in the US, you will have to go through a lease agreement, which is a private commonly agreement. But here in Yucatan, things work out differently. Even with other states here in the same country. So we don't here commonly sign a lease agreement. What we sign here is called a convenio transaccional, a transactional covenant. And this covenant actually basically is the rules that you are already agreeing with the owner that in advance, and in case that you obviously don't follow up the rules, you will have to go out. It's basically a really strong contract and agreement that it's actually supporting much more the property owner, and that's why a lot of people likes to invest here in Merida Yucatan. But that's another story. So yes, you want to rent the property. So my first suggestion is that you should need to know the economics about doing that in Merida. So you will need 4 months in advance. I know that sounds crazy, but I would like you to be conservative about it. If you would like to rent something less than 6 months, forget about the traditional and this agreement. You should go and jump into Airbnb, VRBO, go into Booking, whatever, and rent the property for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. For 6 months, you will be able to find this type of agreement. But remember that it's an expensive agreement. And at the end, you'll hear out later on in the video what happens with this potential 2 months of deposit, okay? So beware of this. For less than 6 months, forget about this video. Just jump into Airbnb and rent the property, and that's it. But if you want to go for 6 months or above, you do need to go and still be listening to this video until the end. So what you will be needing is 4 months. Chuy, and how do we divide these 4 months? So first of all, you will be paying the first month in advance. Then the second 2 months that you will be paying is for the deposit. This deposit is refundable at the end of the contract once you leave the property and the property is in really good shape, just like they deliver it to you at the beginning. If you need to paint the walls because you, put some cool drawings and stuff like that, but once you take them out, the whole, wall is maybe not clean and stuff like that, well, you should paint it once again. If you find something, by the way, the air conditions, when you rent a house here in Merida, you will need to pay for the maintenance, not for the fix. In case, there's an electricity discharge, something like that, and they end up not working, well, you need to call obviously your owner, and they're gonna be switching the new air condition, right? But that's when it's something that it's not on you. If it's on you, you need to pay it. For electricity bills, you need to pay it. For water, you need to pay it. And internet, that's going to be, something optional. Sometimes it's included, sometimes it's not included. So you should know this in advance. For all these, utility bills. The property tax, obviously, it's on the owner side. For example, for some structural things, it's on the owner side. But if it's something that you want to install, such as like a new thing into the wall and stuff like that, before doing that, you should obviously request formally through email and get the acceptance of the owner. But anyway, so those were the 2 months of deposit, right? And then the 4th month, this is going to be something weird to you guys in the US and Canada or elsewhere in Europe listening to me, or Asia maybe. Here in Mexico, I know that in the US, for example, the title companies are the ones that once you want to buy a property, they will be doing all the legal, and the notary, as you know them, they're quite different from the ones here in Mexico. Basically here, all the convenios transaccional, they will be signed at the notary, and the notary is like the equivalent, if you want to say, as a title company that is going to give you, the trust on behalf of the government that both parties are aligned in a specific day during a specific time and length for the contract to, use the property, how you will be paying that amount. You should know something really important. A lot of people here in Yucatan, if the owners live here, for some reason, they will want the money to be paying cash. You should know this in advance, okay? Because I know that a lot of people will be trying to say, hey, but I need to transfer the money or stuff like that with all the rate exchange things? A lot of people will want the cash. Just know that in advance, okay? Then other thing that you should know is that of these 4 months, as you already heard, you need to have something else, which is all the paperwork. So obviously, if you do not have the residence, there's gonna be plenty of owners that are not going to be willing to rent you the house, to be honest, because there's a higher risk that if you end up leaving, there's no way to contact you and obviously, take the money back, or if you already have to be fixing something, it's gonna be hard for them to contact. So that's something important that you should know. If you have the residence, it's gonna be much more easier. Actually, the notaries sometimes do not recommend signing with someone that is just entering as a tourist. You should know that as well. Anyway, so these 4 months. Now, the other suggestion that I will be requesting you guys is that you should know something about the properties here. I know that in the US, they deliver houses in a much different way. Sometimes here, houses could be, 40-year-old, and they will have lots of struggling things, issues, the mold and stuff like that. So just go to maybe 5 to 6 showings so you can really fulfill your basic needs in terms of the property. Obviously, our job as an agent is to find you the right property and give you the cool advice if the property is in the right shape. But be sure that maybe sometimes the owners are not going to be willing to pay a lot of things that sometimes in the US are, or Canada or in Europe are, willing to ask, and the owners will be, willing to do it to really deliver the house in an amazing 100%. Sometimes here in Mexico, you will find that they will struggle doing that. I'm not saying that we will not find you a place with those requirements, but you should know that it's not going to be 100% perfect. Anyway, it's obviously on the owner's behalf to be fixing things that should be fixed. But if you want a new kitchen or something like that, a new bathroom, maybe they will not be, doing those type of investments because they're much more higher. And sometimes he's going to be using the money for the rent to repair all of it. So you should know this. And for properties in the beach, you should know that there will be much more expensive than the ones in the city. And right now in 2024, we're in July. So if you're listening to this video around 2024, maybe prices will be very, very familiar. But anyway, so right now there's more offer in Mérida Centro, so prices are going down. So now it's a cool time to rent. The same thing at the beach. Well, at the beach right now that it's summer, prices will go high. You should know that. In July, prices go 3 times the normal price. So just as an example, if the price is in 60,000 pesos per month, in July, the rent will be 180,000 per month, just like you heard that, 3 times the typical rent. So July is an expensive month, but after that, like monthly rents go once again as normal within the market. But like you should be expecting like June, July, or August that they will go and rise way ahead. Anyway, hope these comments help you a little bit. I do have all this in a PDF. If you need this guide, please ask me, Chuy, send me a WhatsApp, send me an email, and I'll be sending you this guide right away to your WhatsApp or to your email. And remember that if you do want to rent and you're ready, send me a text, send me a WhatsApp, send me an email, and I will be able to help you out. And if Merida is not the case for you, or the Yucatecan Coast, and you want to be in Cabos, in Morelos, in Oaxaca, or any other place, in our MLS, you will find other properties in these places as well, because it's an open MLS. And if you find something that you like, let me know. I will be putting you in contact with a formal certified agency here in the country, so they take care of your own interest. If you like this video, please subscribe. Follow us in all the media that we have. Remember, I'm the broker owner of Home and Investment, Chuy Gastelum, always here, really ready to give you lots of value in our Yucatan Peninsula. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video. Boom!